Y'all know what time it is.
What's
It's
good?
time. It's time. This is season 2. And this episode, or this season, I should say, is going to be elite. It's going to be elite.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be what's up.
Because I said elite. I don't think it should be elite because we're not athletes.
No,
Man, God dang, man. Roll the intro, man. Roll the intro, man. So here we are right here, season 2. Today, or this week's episode, I should say, we want to deal with the 2 F's. Not the F's that I got on my report card.
No.
We don't want to deal with them F's. We want to deal with the 2, family and fashion.
Yes.
That's what we got this coming on this week's episode. Now, our plan is to try to do one bi-weekly. But
that'd be
man,
good.
his schedule is crazy hectic with just what he got to do at the bank. And then him being a father of 3 beautiful girls.
Man, come on.
And then my schedule is pretty hectic for what I'm doing at my job, at the church, and then this wife of mine with all the stuff she got going on.
Yes.
But we still believe that God has given us the grace to be able to meet this need. Because this right here that we're doing on season 2, God gave this to him.
Mm-hmm.
He gave this to him and he reached out. This is almost over a year ago.
Right.
And he said this is what he wanted to do. And I was like, hey man, you're a prophet. And I don't know my brother, but you're my prophet.
Right.
So I know it comes from God.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to throw it to him because I want him to tell you from the family perspective what he has to do without getting into too much detail because he's going to film
hitting the
some stuff.
highlights. Now, my biggest thing is I don't want to cry on camera. But
Check this out, though.
Yeah, check this out. These are my girls. These are my girls.
Now, look here. They his girls. They're my nieces.
Right.
But I don't have one of those shirts.
I'm gonna get them fixed up. I'm so glad I already got them. I'm working on them one right quick right now. I'm gonna get them fixed up. But listen to it, man. The reason why I got a little bit emotional is because, and I want family and fathers to listen to what I'm saying. With my schedule and working with these girls, like he said, and it's perfect that he said this. He was just like, this is a passion of mine. And I didn't have the time to do something that I'm passionate about and I really want to do. And I was telling my sister the other day, I was like, man, you don't understand how much I thank God for my brother. Because, like, I could not be sitting right here. I could not be doing this if he didn't take the initiative to make all of this happen. You know what I mean? And I thank God for it. And I just want to say to fathers and mothers, and I know how hectic a schedule could be. Man, have somebody in your family or someone you're connected to, that's you're bonded to, that you could be like, man, you know what? I have a desire and I have a dream, but I'm over here building 3 other dreams. You know what I mean? And I thank God that he still remembered, man, my brother has this dream and he has a passion about it, but he got to do this. And I just thank God for it. And I'm telling you, man, I had to fight back the tears because that really means a lot to me because I know I wouldn't be able to do it if he didn't take the initiative to do this. But this week, man, it's really, really hectic for us. We got Kyla Grace, even after this, before we get to Kyla Grace, Gabrielle, she's in a group called Stardust. It's a local kind of like sorority here in the Quad Cities. They're more of a community service group. They do a lot of initiatives that I support. That's why me and her mother was really thrilled about her being a part of it. They're going to be at a church at UNA. It's connected to the UNA. It's a college campus here, and they're going to be serving pancakes to the kids that come out there.
Good God
yeah,
Almighty.
some good pancakes, some good flapjacks. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, we used to get in so much trouble with pancakes.
Hey, I can't say his name because I ain't talked to him.
Pancake
But
day?
he said, you're going to Pancake Day?
I'm telling
Pancake Day?
Hey, so I'm gonna be serving pancakes with my daughter Gabrielle and some of her friends. So shout out to the Stardust. So we're gonna be having some fun out there. And then after that, at 3:30, we're going to a high school here, Florence High School. And my daughter Kyla Grace, she is like fluent in dance. She's been taking dance. Like I got to give my daughter Kyla Grace a shout out because she dances 6 days out the week, sometimes 7 days out the week. She dances, and she's still an honor roll student. And I just, man, I want to applaud her and just give her flowers because at 10 years old, she keep her room clean herself. She told me and her mother to buy her own like laundry basket. So she was like, I want to do my own laundry fold my own clothes, keep all my stuff in my room, and keep my schedule together. She does all that for herself at 10 years old.
She AKA, that's almost mine.
Yeah, so I'm talking about.
A lot like me.
Yeah, she don't like to mix our stuff with none of our stuff. She like, y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on over there. This is what I need right here, and I'm gonna have my structure. And I told her, I was like, I don't mind you do it, but you gotta keep your grades up. Man, she keeps her grades up. She works hard during school, goes right after school every day to dance and on the weekends. And she has a recital today. And I'm like, I don't mind investing that money into it. And again, like, she's 10 years old. And it mind blows me that she does all of that. So I'm very, very proud of Kyla Grace. This is the baby girl that's right here. And, you know, she looks a little bit older because she always trying to keep up with her two older sisters. You know what I mean? So it's just like, why is she trying to? But a lot of people ask, like, why she do that? Because when you got two older siblings that are teenagers, quite naturally you want to look up to. You got something to look up to. You want to dress like them, wear makeup like them, and things of that nature. And then on Monday, with my big baby, I call her Big Baby Big Face. That's Kenzie. She is now. You talking about somebody that would be his. Kenzie, all she want to do is wrestle and work out and play softball. That's all she want to do. Yeah. So if she ain't wrestling, cracking jokes, working out, she is playing softball. And she has gotten very, very good at softball. She has a game tomorrow. So that's what really takes my time. Like you were saying, it's just one thing after another that you have, you know what I mean? And I thank God for a support group to where, like, I can always say, hey, man, look, bro, this is what I need. Hey, Pop, this is what we need. This is what we're working on. Because one thing, and I don't want to get too far into it, we don't need to live alone. And a lot of times in our community,
cloth talk.
You know what I'm saying?
It's your cloth talk.
It's your cloth talk
on the screen.
And it's just like, we don't want to live alone. And a lot of times in our community, we live alone, and we're taught to survive, and we're taught to be the superstar when a star standing by itself is not going to do everything that it could. But when you have a gathering of stars, that's how you have a galaxy. So the thing is, I want to make sure that I have a gathering of individuals that can help these girls shine bright and have the understanding that we're pouring into and we're investing into them to where, like, hey, we all work together. Going back to what I said in a minute ago, to where, like, my brother understands already to be like, man, he wants to do this. Have people that love you enough to not feel like, you know, you're burdening me by doing this. Am I making sense? You're taking advantage of me. No, man, I would love to be here with you every second of this moment. But we have something bigger. And since he loves them just like I love them, he don't want to pull me from that.
And it goes to a sermon you preached a couple of weeks ago about neglect.
Absolutely, about neglect. Yep. So it's like, man, you don't want to make sure, you know, I'm sacrificing. We're both sacrificing, but we're not asking one another to neglect what matters most. Yeah. Because if those girls are dropped, in the pursuit of us doing this, me and him both gonna be we failed. It's pointless. It's pointless because at some point, let's say 5 years from now, they're sitting here as like bonded by sisterhood, a spinoff from this. This is how we think, and that's how you have generational wealth, and that's how you build by not living alone. That's all it is. Let's not live alone. Let's live together and understand that's why the Waltons are the Waltons. The Bus family is the Bus family because they don't live alone.
That's cloth talk, and it's also going into that, talking about even in the kingdom of God, where Christianity is prevalent in America. But when you look at other nations, Christianity is not the number one religion because some belief systems, they cannot prescribe to a belief system that their ancestors can't go to.
Wow.
So in Christianity, it's all about you. If you confess in your mouth, if you believe in your heart, it's you oriented. Where other belief system is like, if my ancestors are there, then I could be there. And so since they don't prescribe of them going somewhere where their ancestors can't go, then they don't want it.
Wow.
And I think, like you were saying a few minutes ago, that's how we try to preach Christianity, the kingdom of God.
Right.
That this is about a family, it's about a unity, and it's about a kingdom.
Right, correct.
It's a kingdom. And so that's how we do this. And it's easy for me to do this portion because none of this happens without a visionary. So he's seen it. He's seen it, he said it, and I understand his responsibilities for his children, his babies, and his wife. So I'm not going to pull him from that. Right now, God hasn't blessed us yet to have our own children. So I have a little bit more resources to be able to do this and the time to be able to do this. And also, I got to say this. My wife had to understand that as well. And my wife knew that. You see, because sometimes I can want to do something, but your greatest hindrance is the one you laying next to at night.
Come on, dog.
But one thing I think about my wife is she understands it. She understands his babies, which is also her nieces, and we love them and we adore them. And so that's what he's got going on, and we're going to show snippets of all of that as well.
Correct.
And then tomorrow, I'm going to Huntsville to see my stylist. This guy's my stylist. This guy, he designs all my suits, and he does a whole bunch of other things too. And we're going to talk with him. He's going to break some of the things down, show us how his thought process is when he's coming up with different type of designs and clothing, because I wore a suit at a wedding that we had to go to last year. It's a really Memphis, but I designed it, which I told him this is what I wanted. I took it to him. He done it and sent me back, and then he called me. He said, "This is the best thing I designed so far, and I need to ask you if I can let other people get this suit." Man, because it was just dope, you know what I mean? And I love this dude, man. I met this dude almost by accident. But he's going to break down a lot of that stuff. And we're going to show you a lot of this fashion thing that I love, he loves.
Oh, yeah, we because fashion.
Yeah, and he's going to break that down. So we wanted y'all to know. But before we go further, what I need y'all to do is on the bottom of that screen right here, you will see our Facebook page that we want you to like. And then you'll see our YouTube page. We want you to subscribe to it. And hit that bell, that notification, so whenever we do something, you'll be notified.
Right.
You'll be able to watch us. You'll be able to go along this journey with us, because we don't think this is going to stop no time soon. So we're trying to build like I like to say, a family. Right. I don't like followers. I don't like that followers.
Absolutely.
Because we create leaders.
Create leaders, lead leaders.
We do not have the followers. Nope. But we want y'all to be a part of what God is doing, so we can lead y'all, and then y'all go into your own respective auspice that y'all have and lead them as well. And so, jumping back over here to this family thing,
right?
I was thinking about this, and I got to give y'all this story, right? It's one time when my brother was finna get a whooping.
Yeah.
And he hid in the bathroom.
Hey, look. Hey, I was prime time before prime time. Hey, and the thing is, like, when you gifted, you know what I mean? It's going to be there with you all the time. It ain't like I got gifted when I was 18, 19.
Yeah.
The point of saying that, I could tell my dad's energy was off. Mm-hmm. Like, I could tell, like, And normally with Junior, he going to go right to Junior.
Yeah. It's going to be me.
Yeah, it's going to be Junior.
He going to pain me.
He going to get Junior. And the thing is, he already know Manuel going to run. So he going to try to get close enough to where he could get me before I run. Mm-hmm. But I seen it. I seen him. I seen the curly head. He had a little bit more juice. That wasn't curl juice. It was sweat. So that means that he was coming to pay me. I hit him with a prime time in out. Man, come on now.
Got in the bathroom.
Locked the door.
I need y'all to hear this. Now, he wasn't just in the bathroom for 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yes.
This man had the stamina to be in the bathroom for hours.
Man, listen, he was alone.
He was in the bathroom for hours.
And hours.
For hours and hours.
Yeah.
So I know my dad was like, boy, come out this bathroom. You're going to get out this bathroom.
I asked him.
So Mel said,
you going to whoop me?
Are you going to whoop me?
That's it.
He said, no, I ain't going to whoop. I'm talking about if he went to the bathroom at 3 o'clock, it's now 6:15. Yeah. And he's in the bathroom. And I know he's hungry. So dad will walk off.
I know he's hungry.
I'm like, bro, you want some violent sausage or something? Told y'all.
I hold you over. You in lockdown. You in lockdown, right?
He wouldn't even answer me. I guess he thought,
he trying to poke me.
He trying to set me up. I ain't going to open up this door.
I'm telling you, man.
And then when you finally came out, he didn't whoop you, did he?
He didn't whoop me. He didn't whoop me because he was just so tired of yelling. He was so tired of yelling, going back and forth. And then he had told me about at least 10, 12 times at this point that he's not going to whoop me. So you a man of your word. Now, our dad is. He a man of his word.
Yes, he is.
And at this point, he's just tired of it. And I'm not going to do it again. Whatever it is that I did, I'm not going to do it again. But God, dog.
Listen.
Boy.
Persistence can eliminate punishment.
Well, come on now. That's some cloth talk.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
I need y'all to hear this. So prophet and pastor, we will swap back and forth. Right. Persistence can eliminate punishment.
Yes, it can.
I need y'all to type that. I'm typing. If you just will be persistent in something, if God will give you an assignment, you be persistent with your assignment.
Right.
Even some of the mistakes that you made that should result in punishment,
Right.
Sometimes your persistence can eliminate that punishment.
Man, I'm not going to go into the details, but just this week, one of my girls had a situation that happened with her, and exactly what he just said. They said, no, this does not align with her what? Persistence. She is continuously doing X, Y, and Z. And they said, man, no, we're not going to do anything because you have years and years of persistence. So with that persistence, we know that someone else is involved in this situation. And they were 100% right. And then let me back up. When my daughter called me about the situation, she called me and I'm on the phone. And the first thing I said was, well, I know you ain't have nothing to do with that, but you need to make wiser decisions about who you connect yourself to. Because who you connect yourself to will speak for you at times when you don't want it to.
Oh, that's a word.
So that's the thing that she had to learn this week. And a lot of times, and I talked to another father about this, and going back to family, when you're doing a good job, and me and my father talked about it, you can do such a good job at raising your children, especially our girls. And one thing that I've learned about with my girls, and I know about my girls, is they have a level of a blindness and naivety that they live in, because all they know is a powerful man of God who's their father. Now, my next interaction is going to be a powerful man of God who's my grandfather. Now, my next interaction is going to be a powerful man of God who is their uncle. They don't have a realm or reality of a man being dangerous. Or a man being perverted, or a person being dishonest. So they would trust, like my girls would just trust you. You could say anything. They'd be like, okay. You know what I mean? They're going to trust you on face value because they just don't have any experience with anything like that. So the thing is that what we guide them through is, now I have to teach you that, man, you can't trust everybody. But then they'll say, I can trust everybody I'm around. Now there's a fun, it's a different dance, because in their reality, everybody that they're around, they can trust. Now I'm teaching you something that's like, no, this is not what is most prevalent when you're talking about going out into life. Most people in life you cannot trust. You're just blessed enough to be around a whole lot of trustworthy individuals. So, you know what I mean? We had that happen just this week in our family, and I'll tell you about that. And her persistence spoke with her, and people didn't come down on her because it's like, no, this don't match up. So she avoided punishment. So that's a real thing that my brother, my pastor, just said.
That's a blessing. I also want to say this, and I shared this with him this morning. That happened because we're very goal oriented. We very are. We have a goal, we have an assignment, and we're going to accomplish it. And so something this morning blessed me that I was sharing with him. My musicians last week, they told me, they said, hey, Pastor, man, I need to have a word with you. I said, let's do it now. He said, no, man, we're gonna wait, man. We won't do it now, man, because it's kind of important. So we want to talk to you later on. I said, all right. So this morning when I went over there, I said, man, y'all ready? Y'all ready to have this meeting? They said, yeah, come on. So we went in the back, and they came to me and they said, man, we just want to say thank you, man, and we love you. Right. And I sat there and I was like, and the drummer said, we saw in your face that, I don't want to put words in the mouth, but it was almost like that I was like kind of apprehensive or almost a little bit defensive about what was going to take place.
Right.
And I told him, I said, man, when you do things by the word of God and you see people not as the gift that God brought them to you, but you see them as God's child, so you try your best to use the gift the right way, because I believe that we are created to use one another. We're just not created to misuse one another.
Right.
So God gave you a gift for me to use it, and he also gave me the responsibility not to misuse it. And so when we sat there and he told me thank you and how much he loved me, all of them did. And I said, man, you'll be surprised how much you don't hear that in this position.
Man.
That's why a little bit I was defensive, or in preparation to defend something. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to be honest. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll say, man, I was wrong with that. But I was also getting prepared. They said, no, man, we just want to tell you thank you. We love you and we appreciate you. And I just wanted to say this publicly. They just put a battery in my back.
Man, come on now.
And I'm talking to people who are leaders
Yes.
over different auxiliaries or responsibilities.
Right.
And you can get so goal-oriented so many times that you're not even thinking about anything else but accomplishing the assignment.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And I always ask God, don't never allow me to be insensitive of the people that you sent to me because I'm only focused on my assignment.
Come on.
Because I'm telling you, you can drop people. This is the analogy I love to use.
This is good.
When you get something delivered to your house of value and it's glass, this big red sticker all around it, and it says this: be careful, it's fragile. Handle with care, it's fragile. The warning is the device that's on the inside of this, if you mismanage it and drop it, you can potentially break what you paid so much for. And so when I see God's children, I see that in a package that says, handle with care, they are fragile. If you drop what God sent to you, God will hold you responsible for breaking something that God never intended to be broken, watch this, by you. God was, whatever we do with communion, God was broken.
Right.
So before God gives you to anybody, you first have to be broken.
Correct.
But God needs to be the one to break you so he can give you.
Man, that's good.
He did not send you to a church for that pastor to mishandle you, misuse you, or break your spirit. That was his ego that probably done that. But God is the one that if he's going to administer gifts and distribute gifts, then let God do the breaking because only God can do the repairing. And so that just really touched my heart when those guys told me that, because God used them, watch this, to repair some broken things that was in my life. And I just want the boys to know, I love y'all and I thank y'all so much.
That's good stuff. We're gonna have some cloth talking on that one day.
Yeah.
And even going back to what he was saying to leaders, I thought something I read this morning was good for leadership when it says create space for real rest. And it says Sabbath isn't a suggestion, it's a command. And it was saying like you need to rest, because a lot of times when you're not well rested and you could be so, going back to what my brother was talking about, assignment consumed. If someone is coming in and they're wanting to deal with those kind of like what you would look at as just small things, I can lash out at you and I can mishandle you because I haven't, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I've neglected myself. And I haven't tended to my garden well, and I haven't watered my garden, and so now I have not really built the tools to manage and handle your relationships correctly with the people that you're leading, because you're leading yourself in a bad direction. That's mishandled. And the thing is, another thing that it says, being burnout isn't spiritual, it's a warning sign.
I like that.
And I like it a lot, to where it's just like, now you have to assess, like, man, am I getting burnt out? Am I getting to a place to where it's like I could be mishandling people? Because when I first started this journey and I first started ministry or leading at this job or whatever the case may be, I treated everybody well. I did say thank you. I did send the email out to acknowledge the person. But now I could be getting burnt out, and I stopped doing those things, and I'm not smiling as much, and I'm not paying attention to the birthdays like I used to, because I'm burnt out and I haven't tended to myself well, to where I'm not resting, I'm not creating space. Now I'm bleeding that onto my team. And now an expectation that I have for myself to mishandle myself, I want them to do the same thing. And now here I am, I'm telling you what we have talked about before. Now I'm saying neglect yourself, neglect your race, because I work hard all the time. I sleep when I'm dead. I'll say something like that, which is unhealthy all around.
And crazy.
And crazy. So the thing is, it's just like to piggyback off that as leaders, like let's self-assess to be like, man, am I burnt out right now? Do I need that vacation? Do I need to just rest? Do I need to go, and if I'm a female manager or whoever, get my nails done? Do I need to just go to the barbershop and just give me a quick edge or whatever the case may be, or whatever you do in your leisure time? I know that he golfs. I shoot guns. You know what I mean? Not as much as I used to, because going back to my girls' things, but whatever that space is, get back to that and do some of that. That makes you a better leader. It doesn't make you a worse leader. It makes you someone that's more healthy and being more cognizant to where I need to be healthy all the way around, mentally, spiritually, and my soul.
Yep. So as we close this first portion out, before y'all follow us on our, like we said, family and fashion week, we just want y'all to keep up with us. Like we said, like, subscribe, and become a supporter of what God is doing. And then we also want y'all to, in those comments, tell us some things that y'all would like for us to talk about.
Absolutely.
Tell us some things, I like to say testimonials.
Right.
If anything that we've shared with y'all resonate with y'all, put it in the comments, and so we will be able to read them for all of the people to be able to understand and follow. So we just want y'all to be blessed, be prosperous, set a goal for today, and make sure that you accomplish it before the end of the week.
Absolutely.
That's what we do. Goal and accomplishing that goal. We love y'all,
and we bond.
See y'all soon.
See you.
Here we are in my man's studio, Rasheem Closet. We're in the studio. This is where I get my custom pieces from. I am, this is almost like family. He's doing me a really good solid. But y'all can see a lot of the things he got going on. Like, look at that, man. This is what they call black excellence. This is black excellence, man. Like, look at this piece right here. Oh, man. And I'm actually here today to pick up one of the many pieces that he's done for me. But he's done this before. He called me, said it is in, and I can't wait to see it. So that's why we're here. So we're just sitting here waiting on the man, the myth, the legend to come in. And when he comes in, we're going to chop it up with him and see what he's talking about. Well, good God Almighty, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, my man. Thank you so much, Mr. Rasheem.
What's going on?
Hey, podcast fam, this is the man, Rasheem. Tell him what it all.
This is Dionisio's Closet, and we have another piece for the man.
So let's check it out. Now I need y'all to understand this. And I need y'all to understand why I got this piece right here. So when I'm dressing, this is my idea for when I'm dressing. I'm going to a specific place, right? And my thought process is, if there's somebody there who understands how to dress, I need to make sure that they understand. When I get there, they don't understand. You missed what I said. Let me say it again. Just because they think they understand how to dress, I need them to understand when I get there, they really don't understand how to dress. So that's my mentality when I'm dressing. Some people start from the shoes and make their ensemble. Some people start from their accessories to make theirs. I start from a personality. And the personality is, I need to make sure you understand that you don't understand. Now let's go see. They ain't ready. I'm trying to tell you, they ain't ready. They ain't ready for it. I'm trying to tell you. See, y'all ain't even seeing this right here. Yeah. See, it's the small things in life. It's the simple things in life we forget. See, that's all it is. That's all the simple things in life. Because a lot of time, we ain't button both buttons. We ain't button both buttons. You just want this one right here to see. It's an anchor, man.
Just the one.
Man, my brother, man, please tell me. Explain to people what we got going on.
All right, so you sent me a request on Facebook, and what we did was I did a few mock-ups, and he wanted a Gucci-inspired suit, and I created a few mock-ups, and this is what we came up with. So we added some colors to the arm, black and green and red, and we added that to the pants as well. This is a peak lapel 100% wool suit. This is also functional buttons. Most suits that you get off the rack, you cannot unbutton the buttons, but this gives you liberty to make that adjustment.
See, check them out, man. functional buttons. Functional. See, when you go to them stores, you can't do this right here. You can't do this right here. But I can do this right here. It's functioning. See, it's so functional, man. It's got me functioning. Like, man, goodness, great. But this what I love right here.
We also added his initials.
My signature right there. Is y'all seeing this?
Sir.
Oh my God. See, I ain't there yet. But see, we just did it was the Actors Guild that came on last night on Netflix. It came on. If I would have been there, flies do there. The flies do there. It's coming.
I guarantee you will not find your twin.
No.
This is one of one.
Move along and say, twin, where have you been? They ain't there yet. They ain't ready for this one yet.
Yes.
And this one right here. So what's the process out? Like you get the mock-ups for me and so like,
normally a client will come and ask me basically, hey, we want to create a suit. Sometimes I'll create a mock-up if upon request. Once that's created, we'll send that in, and then we'll figure out what fabrics we're going to use. We'll put that order in, and it'll take about 3.5 weeks to get back. Then we'll have a fitting, and if there's any alterations that need to be done, we'll take care of that. That's pretty much it.
Now he got my whole, like all of my fittings and all my measurements. He got that from.
We don't even gotta touch nothing.
2 years. I think this is my 5th or 6th or something like that.
Around there,
piece that I got. Now I went to a wedding last year. I went to a wedding. See, he
all black,
the
right?
all black.
Yeah. Somebody brought that up yesterday.
Are you really?
Yeah. It was last week actually.
So I went to an all black wedding, and me and my wife, we went, and you can see the pictures right there in the lower third of how it was. That suit that I had on was the suit that he styled, the suit that he designed, the suit that was custom made by him. Now, also at the lower thirds, you're going to see his Instagram. Go and shout it out right now. Go
Dionysio's Closet at gmail.com. That's my email, and Dionysio's Closet on Instagram.
Yeah. Yes. And so now he said I reached out to you on Facebook.
Yeah.
To get it. Now I don't even remember. I don't know if I just seen something that was dope.
You just hit me up.
And then I
sent me something, and then we created this. I did a mock-up, and I sent you a few, about 4 or 5. We were first going to do a double-breasted suit.
Yes.
But then we decided to do a single-breasted, and then we talked about the buttons and just different details. But then I drew it up, and I sent it over to you, and then you chose which one you wanted to do. And
so watch this. This is what we finna do right now for y'all. I want to act like I am a new customer coming into the store, and from the beginning, from the rooter to the tutor, I want to see the process. So I just come in there and I said I want to do something. I want to get something. Where do we go first? We go through first. So we're gonna watch him. He's gonna tell us what to do.
All right. So let's say that we're gonna recreate this suit right here. So here's a book with a ton of fabrics. So we're gonna sit down and have a consultation. We're going to look at the fabrics. That suit that we just made is black. All right. So we choose a black. Boom. We got that. We'll pull that to the side. All the colors are red and green. So we have our red. Boom. Now let's look for the green. All right. We got a green right here. Boom. So these will be the fabrics that we will be using. Once we decide on the fabrics, we're going to choose buttons. So these are the buttons. This is the buttons of the many options.
Man, I'm talking about this everything.
Everything. Man.
Like this ain't no bull jive here.
So we'll choose all the buttons. One of the buttons that you chose was at the back. This is where I keep the best. So we'll have these right here. So we'll choose that. Boom. We got the buttons. Now the lining. We didn't do a special lining with this one, so we just kept it black. Normally, sometimes we can add pictures. We have a ton of different options. But here are the linings. So we just went with a black lining. Boom. Here's some options. Skip a few pages. That's where we have fun. And like I said before, we can add pictures on the inside as well.
Jeez Louise.
After this is done, we discuss the type of suit that you want. It's going to be a peak lapel. That's what we did with this one. Single breasted, 2 buttons, functional buttons, and flat front pants. They won't have any pleats. Then we'll take your measurements.
Okay.
It's about 20 measurements that I'll take. I'll put it in, and the suit will come back.
Now I want them to see this one you got on right now.
Oh yeah.
Cause see, he don't know, but I told him I'm gonna need this too.
Black.
I'm finna bite this one.
This is a brown suit. I did all black shoes. A lot of people say black and brown don't go together, but I beg to differ.
The devil is a lie.
Yeah. So
Look at that. Look at that.
this, because I work out and my weight fluctuates, I like to be comfortable, so I added some pleats to the side of the blazer, so I'm able to stretch. I'm able to, do different things. If I wanted to lift weights, I can do that, and I won't have to worry about my seams ripping. So this is a peak lapel, single-breasted 2-button closure. We did jetted pockets. I like to personally stitch the seam in the middle, so it's a permanent stitch.
I like that.
And so I don't have to worry about it ever being wrinkled or ironing it outside of the line. So it's here, and it also adds a 3D effect, and it's personal.
So explain to me the different collars. What are these called?
So we have a ton of different collars. We had the super cutaway, we have the light cutaway, we have your hexagon collar. This is a collar. Yes, this is a collar that has been popularized by Oswald Boateng. He is a famous black designer. He has a shop on Silver Row. I think he still has one there. This is a club collar. This is a tuxedo collar right here. And this is just a short collar. That one. So we have a ton of options, and we have more options here as well, but these are just what we're showing for now.
So are you a native of right here in Huntsville, or where are you from? Where?
So I was born and raised in New York City.
That's why you got the swag.
Yeah.
That's why you got the swag, the Bronx swag. So what brought you to Alabama?
My parents wanted to get out of the city. My dad wanted to go to school to study theology, and so he left first, and then we came about a year or so after. I moved back to New York several times because I didn't really like Huntsville. But Huntsville of today is not what it was in 06. We have roads, we have stores. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do now. There's actual things to do. Back in the day, it was just Walmart and the mall. But now, we have different spots to eat. I'm plant-based, so they have a ton of vegetarian and vegan options. So Huntsville is where it's at right now.
Okay, so your story is kind of similar to mine, because my father, he was born and raised here.
Okay.
Well, in Florence, the area, and then they moved to Virginia.
Okay.
And then God called him to start a ministry.
Nice.
And he moved back to Florence. But I was born in Virginia.
Okay.
For the first 2 or 3 years. And then we moved back here, to the Florence area. And we've been there ever since. And I'm 41 now.
Okay.
We've been there ever
You
since.
don't look it at all. 41?
Well, you know what? See, that's, a lot of y'all, that's why I love my guy here. You know what I mean? He knows exactly what to say, to keep me up.
41 at all.
Yeah. So these things that you have on the rack here. So if somebody just wanted to get any one of this, like it's like 5. I ain't showing y'all all of this because it's like 3 pieces that I'm going to get, and I don't want y'all to see those. Okay. But this pink one right here. Yeah, grab this one. This one that I saw that inspired me, and I actually got my father this one, but they done it in blue for him.
Yeah, we did blue.
He done blue for him. The shirt, the jacket, the pants, but he did it in blue. Same process that he showed us a few minutes ago with the fabric and the coloring. He did the same for here. Now, other than him being a believer, and that's, and then number 2, him being a black man, but number 3, cost friendly.
Yeah.
He's cost friendly. You talking about creating the suit and designing the suit from scratch. I mean, put in the comments how much y'all think this will cost. Oh, yeah. Seriously, put it in the comments. And then I want y'all to tell them how much a typical suit will cost making one from scratch from you.
Okay, so normally the market custom suit will start at probably $1,500, but our prices start at $799, and then it goes up from there based on the amount of fabric that we're using, based on the type of fabric that we're using, and based on the person's size. That's basically it.
So $799, and you can get you something custom made and not on the rack.
Yes.
And see, I got pride. I got pride issues. See, and see with my pride issues, what I like to be seen, and I don't want to be seen wearing something that someone else got.
No.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, and that's why I come here. And I know when I see like this one right here. See this right here, I call this one right here temptation. The reason why I call this temptation, because it's just my imagination. Gonna be running away with me when I get in this one. this right here is temptation. This one right here, it's a pastor in our area that I know will tear this one up. You know his name? Robert Turner Jr. He'll tear this one up. And I think when October comes for our anniversary, y'all might see me in this one right here. Y'all might see me. But it ain't gonna be this color because y'all seen it. It'll be this style, but I'm gonna change the color. And that way y'all see. Oh, I'm glad I thought about that. Last year for anniversary, I wore the orange, kind of pink and the black when you done.
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
So we had a pastor come from Ohio. He gets in the pulpit, and my wife knows I'm not lying. He gets in the pulpit and he says, I want that suit that you got on right now. I want that. He said, tell me where you went to buy it. And I said, you ain't gonna buy this one nowhere, no back like in a department store. This right here was custom. He designed it, made it. He said, well, I tell you what, I ain't got no custom design money right now. But when I told him in the back how cost friendly it was, I mean, he was like, seriously. I said, yeah, the man is cost friendly. I mean, he's a believer. Once again, he's a black man, but he's cost friendly, and that's how much I'm sold. And I'm the type, I'm a loyalty based person.
I appreciate
my stuff is straight. I'm just loyalty. Like when you show me love, and I just appreciate the work, and I admire the work. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. And so my wife, to the point that when she sees that UPS guy drop off the box and I open it up and she sees that Demetrio right there, she be like, baby, you got some heat in there. Baby, you got some heat in there. And this is the man. So look, I just want to tell you, I appreciate everything that you've done in all these pieces. I thank you for everything you've done for me. Because I mean, you got me looking clean. I'm talking about clean. A lot of people have been asking, Pastor Man, where is this from? Wait, and I said, don't worry about it. When I do my first pod, I needed to come get the man. Because a lot of y'all had a high demand of who he is. Here he is right now. And also another thing that he does, he leaves me with a book or some type of motivational or biblical based book to try to inspire you or try to grow your mind and your faith. And I appreciate that as well. And a lot of times, I don't know if he do it for everybody. You send those books for everybody?
Yeah. That's the mission. That's the mission. The purpose.
The mission, the purpose.
Yeah.
So in other words, his gift is to make sure that your garments is laid. That's his gift. And the Bible says a gift will make room for us. But the mission is to spread the gospel. And that's just amazing to me, man, that you can make people look smooth and cleanse their spirit and their soul at the same time.
2 for 1 special.
It is, man. That's what you call saving 2 birds at 1 stone, not killing them. We save them. So I appreciate your time, man. You got anything you want to leave the people before we take out? You got so many words.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity once again. And just spend an hour a day in prayer and put God first. That's it.
You heard that from my man. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to subscribe and follow what he's doing, and also subscribe and follow what we're doing. Love y'all. Be blessed.
All right, my 3 B's are this. Be careful for nothing. Be better than what you were yesterday, and before you do anything, whether it's work or play, put God first.